is time to get educational. Hey, it's your boy, Womblebum. Yeah, that's right, it's me. I bet you didn't miss this voice. Haha, just kidding, I'm great. Now, I'm actually making this video for a blog that I've been running. It's a writing blog, I figured. If I'm gonna make a tutorial, why not just do something about writing? Because I make so many art videos, I wanna mix things up. And I'm a creative writing student, so I might as well use that for something, since creative writing isn't gonna be available as a school subject anymore very soon. Thanks, government. See, creative writing isn't gonna be a subject, but guess what is? Philosophy and health and social care. Creative writing is a skill, okay? It's a skill that you use. What the hell are you gonna use philosophy for? Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about the basics of writing, which means I'm gonna be going over some narrative theory. Hope you guys like narrative theory. Hoo-hoo! Now, I'm not here to tell you to follow this theory or this structure directly. The actual reason for studying it is so you can learn how to break that structure and mess with it. These theories are meant to sort of tell you how traditional narrative works. Now, if you're starting out as a writer, this would be useful to stick to, you know, just to build a comfort zone so you can break it. I mean, why break your comfort zone if you don't have a comfort zone? The first thing I'm going over is Todorov's narrative theory. Now, this is the one that tells you how a story is structured and what it do and how's it. So everyone knows every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but Todorov's theory expands on this in a way that is actually a little bit more clever, and you can apply this to almost every story, although some stories like to cut out little bits and pieces just to be difficult. Now, the first step to a story is the equilibrium. This means the establishment of the world as it works for the protagonist, and yeah, the protagonist's life as a normality. So this would typically be the opening scene to a movie, or the prologue chapter of a book that lets you know a little bit about the character, that kind of thing. Now, the world does not have to mean the setting, it can also just mean, like, the state of mind of the protagonist. Whatever you consider to be the focus of your story, show it in the beginning as it is normally for the characters. Then we'll have the inciting incident, also known as disruption. This is the thing that changes stuff, you know what I mean? An event that happens, a person that comes into the story that will mess up the order of things and will send the hero on their journey. I suppose the best way to do this would be to apply it to some media, so I'm gonna go ahead and use, I don't know, Fight Club, the movie Fight Club. I never read the book, fuck you. Anyway, in Fight Club, the equilibrium is that this guy is a severe insomniac and he struggles to get himself any rest, so he ends up joining support groups that he doesn't belong to. And the disruption would be the entrance of Tyler Durden, who obviously inspires him to go and start his Fight Club. If you catch my cold. Now, the next stage is recognition. This is the we're not in Kansas anymore moment of the story where the hero realizes something is wrong, very wrong, and that they must do something about it. For Fight Club, this is when he learns who Tyler Durden is, and that Tyler Durden is in fact him. Yeah. After that comes an attempt to repair the damage, as it's called. Basically, it's the climax where, whatever kind of fight or finale goes down, you know, some kind of crazy thing will happen that's supposed to resolve the story. So you better get out your shuriken and your katanas, cause this is the Naruto versus Sasuke fight of the movie. I'm never gonna say that again, please kill me if my waifu is alive! Anyway. This is the scene where Tyler fights himself, I guess, just so, you know, tries to stop himself from blowing a lot of things up. Spoiler alert, he does so by shooting himself to shock his system enough to shut Tyler Durden, number 2, out. But that just happens to work, and somehow he knew it would work. Man, I love that movie. Step 5 is the new equilibrium. This is when everything settles again, and it can be good or it can be bad. The new equilibrium in this case is the destruction of multiple high-rise buildings. Essentially like 7 9/11s at once. That's the new equilibrium. This is normality now, Tyler, and it's all your fault. But yeah, this is just like the ending. Everything is all established to be in some state again. Like, in a lot of cases, it'll just be the world returning to normal. And in some cases, it'll be like a different but similar world. Or a completely different world, I don't know. Depends on your story. Now, like, just as an exercise, just like pause this video and just write down some stories you know, and try and fit them into this model. I don't know, just give it a shot. You might find it does, or you might find it doesn't. And yeah, should keep in mind. Keep it in mind no matter what you find. Just learn things, dude. Just go with it, man. It's okay. Stories are flipping dumb. Or you cannot pause this video. I don't know, do what you flipping want. Okay, you ready? You ready? Moving on to props theory. Woo! Props theory is a set of roles. Yep, that's right, roles. There's a set number of roles. I think there's like 6. I don't know, 6 roles. Let's just say there's 6 roles. And I'm talking about, roles as in acts that must be partaken. I am not talking about the bread rolls, you fat! Now, these roles can be fulfilled by characters, or they can be fulfilled by other things like concepts or objects. Like, you'll understand when I tell you what they are. Alright, we're looking at the hero first. The hero is the protagonist. Not necessarily a hero, just whoever we're following. Could be an animal, could be a human. In the book, we refer to this as the narrator. Whoever's point of view we're looking from. The hero must go on a journey, literal or metaphorical, and sort something out. Well, maybe it will work, maybe it won't. Then there's a villain, a thing, person, or creature that stands in the way of the hero or tries to actively prevent them from fulfilling their journey. Now, Fight Club's interesting in that, well, literally and theoretically, the hero and villain are the same person. Next is the princess, and in fact, most of the time this isn't really a princess or even a person at all. The princess means whatever the hell the hero is looking for, whether that's a thing that they want, a person that they're trying to protect, or just whatever they're trying to do. You know what I mean? Obviously, Tyler Durden's princess is, his ability to just be healthy and be himself, which is quite sad. Next is the sidekick. This is someone or something that comes in at a time of crisis to help the main character. In this case, it would be a high tier girl. See, I say high tier, she's a mess. But she comes around at a time of difficulty and tries to help him sort himself out. Hell, she shows up twice. She shows up to support him at the end, but she also, earlier in the story, tries to snap him out of his little bubble by trying to help him realize that his 2 personalities were one person. Next is the dispatcher. This is the person or thing that sends the person on their journey. In this particular case, Tyler Durden is also the dispatcher, in a sense that actually kind of amps up his loneliness in this story, He's the one who sends himself on his journey, but he's also his own enemy. I guess. Look at me, Mr. Art Teacher. Next is the donor. The donor is someone who gives the protagonist something to help them. In this case, hey, I suppose it's... I don't know who I feel like there isn't one here. I mean, I suppose it could actually be the individual members of the little club, the boob guy and angel face or whatever, These are people who try to give themselves to Tyler in order to help him. However, they're different to the sidekick in that they don't show up at times of crisis to save him. Instead, they just sort of help him along the way with little things. And that's what makes them donors, I guess. In fact, they help him so much they actually turn on him on his own command. It's pretty weird. Then again, Tyler Durden is also at one point the donor because he gives his other self all sorts of stuff. I don't know. It's weird. Now go ahead and apply those ideas to a story you know. You might find that one person fulfills multiple roles, or that multiple people can fulfill one role. I mean, there are characters that will have all sorts of roles within one story, just like in this one, where Tyler Durden plays multiple roles, and it emphasizes how alone he is in the world. Depending on how the roles are fitted, the story can mean all sorts of different things. I mean, the same thing goes with the other theory, because obviously Tarantino especially likes to rearrange this a lot. He likes to take bits of his stories and just scatter them around. He did it in Reservoir Dogs, and he did it in Pulp Fiction. But this sort of is his style of storytelling, and it gives you a different aesthetic. But is this about Tarantino? No, it's not about Tarantino, it's about narrative theory. So yeah, those are the basics of narrative theory. Go ahead and hold on to that info. I mean, I don't know if I taught you anything. You probably already know all this shit. Most writers do. But if you're new to writing and this helped you, then like and comment and subscribe, and also come to my house and give me a pat on the back to let me know that I am a good boy and that I have helped you very much. Thank you. I need validation. Give me compliments.
Subscribe to Bomb on YouTube.